just as Christ said, do we become the salt that gives real taste to others' life? Do we become the light that gives light to hope to people when they are in darkness? In the Gospel of today, we find Jesus telling us, become a person that gives taste to others' life. Become a person of light that others may see you in their times of darkness. Dear friends in the Lord, this is a very unique dream that Jesus has on each of us, that we become people who adds life, who adds taste to others' life. We become people where people find moments of happiness, where people become happy in their times of uncertainties by just giving them the light. Once upon a time, a monk called Gustavo was traveling. He fell sick and he reached into a parish, and the parish priest arranged everything that he wanted to recover from his illness. He arranged a young boy of maybe age 21 to look after him, and the boy was taking him, looking him after, giving him food on time, medicine on time, and all of those. But Gustavo wanted a time of serenity, silence for his reading, to pray, but he was not able to do so. Why? Because this young boy, he used to shout at times, he used to sing louder, and it was all disturbing Gustavo. And so Gustavo thought, if it goes like this, Gustavo thought, it's not going to help him at all. So he somehow made a stick and made the young boy to sit in his room, and he started to teach him the prayer, the Jesus prayer, the secret prayer that he earned through his career, through his whole lifetime, that very precious secret prayer. And this young boy, Rigoberto, though initially was not so happy, not so interested to pray along with him, sit with him to pray, in course of time, like after a month, even without stick, this Rigoberto started to come to Gustavo's room and pray along. And he started to find some changes in Rigoberto, that Rigoberto started to do all the works a bit more neatly and things on time, and he found himself he was surprised, Gustavo was surprised that Rigoberto was doing everything pretty well. And suddenly the winter came. They all moved to another area where winter is not that strong, but this was an asylum where many people were there, and Rigoberto had to help in the kitchen as well. And obviously people were mocking him, because of his prayer style, because of his way of silence. And Rigoberto went to Gustavo and said, Master, I'm not so happy here. Let's go back where we came from. Well, let's go back to Cleve where we came from. I found it pretty happy there. I found, the time, the silence. I like it there. Gustavo said, it's heavy winter. It's so too hard to go. Dear son, just hang on 2 more months and we would travel back. But to his surprise, the very next morning, Rigoberto was missing. They searched everywhere but could not find. After a month, Gustavo receives a letter from his neighbor, right where his old house was, that Rigoberto reached house and he passed away. Just because he was traveling in the heavy winter, in the snowing, he was traveling without due warm clothes. But dear friends, now the area, now that small chapel where Rigoberto reached and died, it's a place of pilgrimage now. It's a place of transformation. Many people do come there to get that prayer, grace to pray, for a life transformation. They do spend some time in silence, and they all go back as a different person, just because he just became the light to others. He just became his aura, he just lived 21 years, but the aura that he had spread through his lifestyle is something very, very riveting. It attracts the hearts, brings hearts to become a better person in their life. And definitely Gustavo's mind, a question was being revealed. Well, I helped that young guy, to how to pray better, and he climbed the notches of prayer in no time. But where am I still, dear friends? We might be knowing the secrets of prayer. We might be knowing how to pray things, or we are very pretty happy that Christ taught us how to pray, and we have long tradition of how to pray and the types of prayer. We have all of this, and we are so happy that we know all of those. But just as Christ said, do we become the salt that gives real taste to others' life? Do we become the light that gives light to hope to people when they are in darkness? May Christ bless all of us. Check all our hearts to become the salt that gives taste to others' life, to be the light that gives way and that guides the people's life. Amen. May Christ bless all of you. God bless. Amen.